How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to crush your anxiety by the end of this video, and it's going to be to a point where you're actually alarmed with how little anxiety you have. I'm talking you could lose $100 sports gambling. I'm talking you could miss the most important essay of your entire school career and you won't even care. I promise you that that's how much anxiety you will have. Zero, literally zero. I'm going to split this video into two parts. It's going to be one for general anxiety and one for social anxiety and how to cure both. So, the first method for general anxiety is going to be meditation and box breathing. So, meditation, there are a couple types. There's just plain silence meditation. There's also yoga, which I'm not a big fan of, but it works. And there's going to be mindfulness meditation. I'm going to talk about the latter of those three. Mindfulness meditation. What this is you can find YouTube videos on mindfulness meditation, and it's a type of meditation that's supposed to make you mindful of your thoughts, your emotions, and your surroundings. And what that means is you're perfectly aware of your thoughts, emotions, and surroundings. And when you're aware of these, you train your mind to focus on these things, and your mind does not have to focus on random thoughts that pop in your head. So if you have racing trains of thought in your head, you're in bed at night, you're like, oh man, I got to do the dishes tomorrow, I got to do the laundry. Oh no, what if my girlfriend is out cheating on me right now? What if everything's not back okay with my family at home, and you got all these racing thoughts? Mindfulness will kill all of that. So you do mindfulness meditation, and usually what these videos will be like is there will be a speaker guiding you to think about a certain thing very slowly, at a very slow pace, and it will make you focus on that certain thing. And it could be something that's immediately available to you. For example, the beautiful color of the blue sky outside. It will tell you to focus on the color of the sky, or the sound of the ocean, or the sound of the wind breezing by, or the sound of the rain, or even something on your own body, like the feeling of the hair on top of your head, or the feeling of the floor that you're sitting on, or the feeling of your shirt up against your body, and you will focus your thoughts on that thing and that thing only for a certain amount of time. And once you've trained your brain to be able to do this and focus intimately on one thing instead of many things and multiple things, racing thoughts popping in your head, your brain will expand and strengthen like a muscle where you actually can choose exactly what to think of at any moment in your day. You're not going to be a slave to racing thoughts, because once you've practiced mindfulness, the things that you choose to think about and the things that you focus on are the only things that cloud your mind. Nothing else, no stressors, nothing. And this is beautiful for when you have racing thoughts, and those racing thoughts and all your responsibilities and the worries about your daily schedule and weekly schedule are clouding your head with anxiety. Mindfulness is perfect. Second of those two is box breathing. And box breathing is a proven trick. It's a proven breathing method, which is supposed to, among other things, I have the notes right here, regulate your breathing, increase your oxygen flow, activate the vagus nerve, and reduce your cortisol levels, all of which are either directly or indirectly linked to killing your anxiety. Cortisol is one of the primary substances or hormones in your body that is responsible for anxiety, and when it is lowered by something like box breathing, all of a sudden you don't have that anxiety anymore. You don't have that general anxiety anymore. So what box breathing is it's called box breathing because you breathe in steps that are equal, like the sides of a box or a square. So that's going to be 4 seconds of an inhale, 4 seconds of a hold, and then 4 seconds of an exhale, and then all of a sudden 4 seconds of empty lungs. And then you repeat this process, and it's like a box because you breathe for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, and then stay exhaled or no breath for 4 seconds again. And what this does is everything I just listed, indirectly demolishing your anxiety. And if you can incorporate this a couple times in your day when something happens that stresses you out, maybe you get something from your boss, an email or text from your boss that you don't like and it stresses you out, or saying you're not doing that good at work today or this week, you do the box breathing, and all of a sudden, just like that, all feelings of stress go away and you can think about the issue with a logical and clear mind. That's one thing. Another thing is a little bit more mental, but if you can embrace this philosophy, into your daily life, then you will feel cured of a lot of anxiety, not just during your day in the short term, but in the long term too. And it's from the famous philosopher Marcus Aurelius, who helped inspire the Stoic school of philosophy, and Stoicism is something really good to check out too. But Marcus Aurelius wrote a text called Meditations, and he has a quote. I'm going to read it to you. Whatever happens to you has been waiting to happen since the beginning of time. The twining strands of fate wove both of them together, your own existence and the things that happen to you. And what this means is that there is a divine or universal fate that is written for you. Everything that happens in your life is already written, it's already predetermined. I'm Christian, so I believe God has God's plan for me. Other people might believe in a different deity. I think God's plan is the plan. But what Marcus Aurelius is saying is that whether you're religious or not, there's a universal plan for you. And there's a way that God has paved for you and that you will succumb to no matter what happens. So every mistake you've made is meant to happen, so you have a learning process. And every mishap and every victory that you have in your life, that was written before you were born, and you're just living out your life. So you don't need to worry, because life is gonna work out. It's just a matter of if you're gonna worry about it or not, because the more you worry and the more you try to control your life, and worry and stress about things that are going to happen, the less that you're actually going to enjoy that fulfilled life, and the less you're actually going to fulfill your life and fulfill your prophecy. There's a divine prophecy that God gave you, and you just need to tell yourself that until you accept it, because I believe it, and I believe that you have the exact same prophecy too. It is true. It's not just placebo. It's not just hearsay. It is true. There is a divine prophecy that each and every one of you has, and you all have a job that God has laid out for you. So as soon as you accept that, the sooner the better. Lastly, something that immensely boosted my confidence in all areas of life and demolished my social anxiety was mastery of martial arts. And it's as simple as this. I could cite you the studies. There are studies published by Pediatrics. There's a study published by Journal of Sports Psychology. There's a study published by Psychology of Sport and Exercise. And they all point to martial arts increasing confidence. I'm not getting into the specifics because it's simple as this. If you know you can kick a mother sucker's ass, he knows, or you know, that you can do anything. All right? If you're not afraid of anybody, and you're not afraid of any task, if you can master your body to throw punches, kicks, or grapple or wrestle in a manner that you are superior to the people around you in terms of any physical endeavor, because even if somebody's a big buff weightlifter and you're insecure that you're skinny, you know that you have that martial arts background over them. And you just have this feeling that, hey, I can take on any task. I'm tough enough to fight, to get in the ring, to spar, to put on the gloves. And once you know that you've mastered martial arts, or you're proficient in martial arts, you know that you're tough. You know that, hey, I'm not going to worry about what this person thinks about me, or if I'm going to get this job interview, because I've had to worry about defending myself from getting punched in the face. I have to block, shot, parry, jab, cross, all that. And all of a sudden, you know, hey, I've literally put myself into a situation that's more or less life or death, or healthy life or injury. And if I don't defend myself, I can get injured. And that's the most amount of stress that I should be facing. Not if, oh no, is this guy or this girl going to like me? Not if, oh, is my YouTube video going to be successful? Not if, oh, am I going to get that job? None of that stuff should really be making you anxious. The only things that should be making you anxious is being in a martial arts gym and trying not to get hurt. And you really realize, you get a new perspective on life, that these things are not that important. They shouldn't be consuming you that much. They shouldn't be so time consuming. They shouldn't be consuming your life so much. And they shouldn't be raising your cortisol so much. Apart from that is the confidence you get from just knowing martial arts. You know you can take on any task. Being in martial arts of any kind is difficult, okay? Even if it's something which you wouldn't see in the UFC, like Taekwondo or karate or Aikido. Even those are a mastery of the human body that can be respected. And you can respect yourself just for the fact that you know you can do martial arts, and the fact that you know you could defend yourself should the worst come to worst. Now I'm going to talk about social anxiety. Now, these are both experimental from my life, and I don't really know the research on social anxiety, but these things work like a charm, and they have worked like a charm once you put them into practice. I believe there are two and only two ways to demolish your social anxiety. Because even if you do everything I just told you to lower your anxiety, you still might have social anxiety. And even when I destroyed my anxiety with the things I just talked about, I still had social anxiety. And the way I demolished my social anxiety was this, and these are the only two ways that work. Step one, talk to strangers. Don't be afraid to talk to strangers. I'm talking, if you're waiting in line at Starbucks, which I hate Starbucks, but I know you guys probably like Starbucks, so this is just an example. Strike up a conversation with the cashier, as simple as, how is your day going? Or something I like to say to the cashier is, it's not looking too busy today, or it's been pretty busy this week or this weekend, huh? And then the cashier will be like, you know what? Yeah, it's been busy. It's, Mondays are the worst, but we're looking forward to the end of the week, right? And then you got a little insight, Or hey, what's popular here? I used to get I just get my coffee black. What's popular? The caramel macchiato or the pumpkin spice latte or whatever. And the cashier would tell you, you know what? My personal favorite is the pumpkin spice latte, but a lot of people just get regular double shot espresso or whatnot. And this is how you make conversations, and you realize it's really not that deep. Like, you just ask someone about how their life is going or something interesting about them, about their job. Just be interested in other people, and you won't have to be worried about what other people think about you. See what I'm saying? So the more that you get this experience and just, talking to people in your daily life, talk to a classmate, strike up a conversation with your classmate. And you realize that some people will be open to talk to you and some people won't. And that's just the nature of social interaction. Some people are not having a good day. Some people are just reserved people. Some people might just not like you for whatever reason. Some people will love you. Some people will be so glad that you even talked to them and you made their day. Maybe you gave them a compliment. I love your sweater. Where's that from? I never seen a necklace like that, Oh my goodness, like you're actually so smart in this class. I wish I could be like you. Little compliments or little observations could make someone's entire day. Whereas other people might not even want to talk to you at all. And you just learn that through talking to people and striking up conversations in your daily life. And it's really as simple as that. Instead of door dashing something, go to the store, go to Burger King, go to Urban Plates, wherever you get your food from. I don't even know what people find popular now. And just talk to the cashier a little bit. Or if you're in class in the dorm, talk to the person sitting next to you. Strike up a conversation with your professor. Maybe you don't talk to your professor. At work, talk to your colleagues instead of looking like you want to just finish the 9 to 5 and go home looking dead. Like, look alive, talk, be friendly, be that beacon of light to your coworkers who are probably dreading their existence as well because they don't have anyone to talk to at work. It's that simple, but it's going to take a while, but in less than a month, maybe a couple weeks, if you talk to strangers every single day, your social anxiety will be demolished. And the only other way that I was talking about to demolish your social anxiety, and you don't have to do this, but you can if you're really shy, is embarrass yourself so much in front of other people and spike your social anxiety so high that every other instance seems minuscule. And what I'm talking about is, and yes, I have had a buddy do something along these lines. If you can go out in public wearing a pink Hello Kitty shirt that's 2 sizes small, without having showered for 4 days, and scream something embarrassing at the top of your lungs, like, I want my mommy, or something like that, all of a sudden, talking to that girl that you think is cute does not seem like such a difficult task or like such an anxiety-inducing task because you've been through something way worse, okay? And I'll give an example. And yes, I did actually have a buddy who did something like that to get over their social anxiety, as crazy as it sounds, but it worked like a charm. I'll give you an example is when I was in the gym the other day, I was with my buddy, and I was going to hit a gym PR, right? Big PR. Been working up to this. I was like, yes, I'm going to hit it. I know I can hit it. I'm strong no matter what. So we threw up the heavy weight on the bench. I got under. I pushed it. I did my warm-up. I pushed it up. I was like, okay, I'm going to hit the PR, right? And I had the worst fail I possibly could have reached in the gym. I'm talking, for some reason, my right hand was pushing the weight up and the left hand wasn't. So the weights slid off of this side. And as soon as the weight slid off of the bar shot up from the left side to the right side, nearly whacking my spotter friend in the face. And then the other plates slid off the other side, and then the bar all flung up as I was trying to push it up. For the life of me, scratched my hand, scratched my friend's hand. It was so embarrassing. Everyone was looking and gasping, and I I didn't even flinch. I got up and I just laughed it off because I realized, you know what? That was so stupid and that was so embarrassing. Nothing can embarrass me now in the gym, you know? It doesn't matter if I want to lift lightweight one day. I'm not even going to care. Oh, am I lifting lightweight? It doesn't matter if I'm looking smaller, if I'm smaller than everyone else in the gym, because I already did something so embarrassing that anything I can do doesn't even pale in comparison to the embarrassment of that. So why do I care, you know? If there's someone I want to make friends with, a jacked guy that I want to be like, hey, give me some tips in the gym, I can go talk to him without having any social anxiety, you know? If there's a girl I want to get to know at the gym, I can go talk to her without having social anxiety because something embarrassing has already happened. And it's that simple. So you can take one of two routes to defeating your social anxiety. I prefer the first one, but sometimes the second one works like a charm if you're just that shy person, that introvert that wants to change your perspective on life. So that was my video. It's the 16-minute mark. I hope I cured your anxiety in 16 minutes. Leave me a comment if I can help with anything. Adios.